Like, I don't know how to be natural in front of a camera. You know, like, when I'm just talking to you guys, I can just talk, but then it's like, oh, but there's also a camera there.
December 8th, 2010. A young boy sat at his laptop and created a YouTube channel. Little did he know he was about to change the world. And the rest is history. 10 years later, here we are, and we finally have my sisters, Cameron and Ryan, in a video. I can't think about how long that I've gotten comments that have been like, where are your sisters? What are your sisters doing? Are your sisters going to post videos now? When are they going to come back? I see it all the time. Even people I know have been like, man, people really comment about your sister.
Really?
Yeah. No, people wanted to see you. People wanted to know what was going on.
Thanks, people.
But, here we are. So we thought for, the 10-year anniversary of santabunnycone.
That's why we're doing this?
Yeah.
I did not know there's...
Well, that's kind of why we're doing it.
I didn't know that it was 10 years. I guess that makes sense. We're like 9, aren't we?
So, for the 10-year anniversary of santabunnycone, I thought that it would be really cool if I brought you guys on and we reminisced. We shared memories, the good, the bad, the ugly. Because it wasn't always smooth sailing when we made a santabunnycone.
Yeah, everyone's smooth sailing.
Wow, that was rough.
Well, no, okay, we'll get into it.
Yeah, that's the thing is people always whoa, you got to profit off videos, you get to just make YouTube videos for fun. And I'm not saying it wasn't fun. I'm not saying it wasn't a good time. But sometimes we get really stressed at each other. So I guess we can just start there.
Okay.
If you have a stressful story, I guess I'll say the first thing. I just remember like when we shot videos, it took like the whole day. Like I'd be like, tomorrow we're gonna make a video. We're gonna get up and here's my idea that we're gonna do tomorrow. Like that was later. Like once I got later in YouTube, I like started to, plan out what I was gonna do. So like in 8th grade, I'd be like, come on guys, we're gonna spend all day and make a video tomorrow. And we'd be like, yeah, and it like started out really strong and we were enthusiastic, and then as the day progressed we just got more and more like stressed out about it, and then we'd start to fight, and then I'd always forget to eat, and then as we're like almost done with the video, I'd be like super hungry and like stressed because we're all fighting and the video's almost done. I'm trying to get it together, so I just go upstairs and just like throw a protein bar down my gullet and run downstairs and go, okay, let's do this. Let's finish the video. And, yeah, sometimes, I don't know, I'd get a little heated.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, I don't think we want a single video without at least fighting once.
Not a single one?
No, I think we fought every single video, but, creative differences.
What about the Great Banana Mystery?
Well, would you like to join me on my quest to solve the Great Banana Mystery?
Yes.
That one was pretty smooth sailing, but I think the worst one was Glenn.
Hey, did you hear about Glenn?
I know.
With the pickle?
And with the hot dog?
Wasn't it on a car? Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely that was bad. Not like it was. Well, no, because we were fighting the whole time because it was the day before we were going on vacation for a week. So we were like, we need to do a video before we go so that we don't we don't not post a video for 2 weeks or whatever. Yeah. And so we're like, we gotta get this done. And it wasn't like, our best idea. And so I feel like we're just gotta get this video out and whatever. At least there's a video out. But that was like one of the only ones where you actually wrote a script for that one.
Did I?
Yeah, you actually wrote out a script.
Really?
I remember, yeah. And so you would get really mad at us when we wouldn't. I would say
stick to the script.
Yeah, it was like you got mad at both of us, but especially me because I wouldn't say the lines that you wanted me to. Because I just remember one of my lines is with the pickle and.
Is that how you said it?
Yeah,
with the pickle.
And I couldn't say that line good or something. If we had to do a lot of takes. We don't have to include this part if you don't want to see me.
I don't care. care. I was just... Hey,
you wanted some quality content.
Siblings fight, and our sibling fights resulted in videos that
it was ultimately rewarding.
Got me fame and money, so...
It's all that matters.
It's all worked out in the end.
And also, as you can see, we are still talking, so obviously it wasn't too hard.
I feel like having the YouTube channel, just for me personally, helped me be able to take criticism just in life. I feel like that's shaped me nowadays, but I had to deal with so much criticism, like, going to school. But even, like, the comment section, like, I'm only in 6th grade. I hadn't blown up yet. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like I started to gain traction when I was in 7th grade, and then by 8th grade I had, like, a pretty decent sized following, which is, like, a lot for a middle schooler, which is, like, a weird thing to happen to a middle schooler, you know, because I feel like all middle schoolers are making videos, but, like, it's just weird that I find, like, I had an audience, but I feel like none of the comments ever bothered me, which was good. I feel like probably because my fan base was, like, younger than me, so it's just, like, elementary kids, kind of like, do another Nerf war, but, because my friends would, you know, tell me how they thought of my videos, and, but there's this one kid that I'm not going to name, but, we weren't really friends, but, like, I remember in 7th and 8th grade, whenever I posted a video, I would come to school, and he would give me a review on it. Like, he would review it, and he would be totally honest. He would tell me if he didn't like the video. Or he'd tell me, he's like, I liked that scene, but when you did the joke after, I didn't think that was funny. And I'd be like, okay, bitch. But yeah, I just like sit down in U.S. history, getting ready to learn, and he'd just turn around and be like, hey, I saw your video. And I'd be like, yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, you just prepared for everything.
Yeah, I was just like, okay. Yeah, I didn't really react. I was just like, whatever, dude. Cool, good for you.
Our experience with, like, at school with our videos is I feel like me and Cameron were the complete opposites. Like, sometimes, like, I remember in 6th grade, we watched our videos in class. Like, the teacher played our
I was not
videos.
ready for that, I remember.
And I ate it up. I was like, show more. Because I was like the, you know, like the attention hog. I feel like I was more of an attention hog than Cameron was. And, so I was like, wow, yeah, she showed her videos in class, and then she showed them to the other classes, and Cameron said to her, can you only show, like, these ones, like, don't show any more?
Yeah,
and I was like, Cameron, why would you say that? and then I just, like, loved when people brought up our videos. I thought it was amazing, because I loved attention.
Because I remember she showed that one, I don't know what it's called, but the one where you're a hippie?
How to be a hippie?
Yeah.
Puffy clouds, baby sheep, waterfalls, candy.
And we're in it for like 2 seconds. We just hit a bowl with a spoon. Mm-hmm. And then a different one that we're like maybe not even in. I was like, oh, thank God I wasn't in those ones. And so I walked up to her after class and I'm like, can you only show those ones? Because then Noah gets all the embarrassment. Because you're not even there.
Because I remember kids with, like, after class, like, kids that weren't in that class, but in a different class that saw them, they came up to us, like, we watched your videos in class. I was like, oh, you did? Tell me more.
When we were in 4th grade, that was, like, the prime time, wasn't it? And
well, it was only for starting.
Yeah, and I remember even then I was so embarrassed, like, they were, like, people were watching them in the computer lab, and I was standing outside the computer lab, like, oh my God. And I
feel like I'd be like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing, show more.
I remember in 6th grade, like, I didn't have a following in 6th grade, but that was when I just gained traction, like, locally. Like, people would just come up to me and just tell me that they saw my videos. Like, the first time it ever happened was, I made Jordan's rap tryouts.
Hold on to your hats, dog, because the rap auditions are now open.
If you remember that video. And then I went to, I don't know how much long after I posted it, maybe a few days or a week or whatever. And then I like went to basketball practice because I was a baller then. It's funny because I like was just the weird kid on the team that sucked at basketball. But then I showed up and like my teammates and their parents were like, I saw your video. That was so funny. That was a funny video. Gosh. And I was just like, hey. Mike got something going in this YouTube thing. That was the first I guess, snowball that created the avalanche that was Santa Bunny Cone. But
Very poignant.
I remember during during 6th grade, I would like get like teachers or whoever to like watch the videos because I wanted people to see them, but I didn't want to watch them while they were watching them.
Yeah.
So I remember being in English class, and it's like I don't even remember like who would bring it up. Like, would I bring it up, or would the teacher bring it up, or would someone be like,
I bet
"You
you
watch
was your
Noah's
friend."
video?" So I don't even know. But she'd be like, "Sure," and so I'd like type in the video, and I'd be like, "Watch that one." Then I'd just go walk the halls and waited for like the video to end. She let me just like, or I was just like, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom while you guys watch this," and I just like walked around and came back. They're like, "That was so funny, dude," and I was like, "Nice."
Gotta get your stuff out there.
Yeah, I remember, like, it kind of sucked for a while because people, here in our hometown are always like, everyone knows about the videos, even when we grow up, and then college was like, I'm like, clean slate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling anyone.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
No.
No, I actually brought it up one time at college. I'm like, should I not do this? Should I not
When
do
did
this?
you bring it up?
I don't even know. I can't remember when, but I just remember at one point I'm like, I don't know if this is a bad or a good idea, but I don't think anyone's gonna look for them. You know?
Well,
so I didn't say the name.
yeah. That's the good thing is it's not our names. Like it's
Yeah.
like
It's the creatively.
the other is so creative.
Georgia Pup 100.
Santa Bunny Cone. See, like, YouTube would suggest it if it wasn't, like, unique enough, but for Santa Bunny Cone, it just let it. Because I was like, I don't want numbers in my name. Because, like, to me, that was, like, a sign of, like,
Failure.
being amateur.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm coming at this hard. And I also was, like, really into, like, random humor. Where I was just like, the more random it is, the funnier it
We
is.
grew up on iCarly, that's why.
And so I was like I would just do that, like, I don't know, and when I would write comics or whatever, like, just whatever creative thing or make jokes, is just, like, whatever, like, random words I could string together, I thought that was hilarious. So for my username, when I was making the YouTube channel, I got to the username part, and I was just like, what are 3 random words that would never be put together? And I just, like, said to myself, Santa Bunny Cone, and I just typed it in. And it has, like, a ring to it, I feel like.
It does.
I think the
Bunny
weirdest
cone.
part of it, honestly, is the cone. Like, what sort
Yeah.
of cone? Like an ice cream cone or a traffic cone?
I think ice cream cone
Gotcha.
was in my head.
Gotcha.
Because then when I made that shirt that just I
yeah.
owned,
Mhm.
it said Santa plus bunny plus ice cream cone
Equals
equals
me.
You're
Because
wearing
I
it?
can only wear the shirt. I could never mass produce it because if it said me, that would be lying. You're not Santa Bunny
You're not
Cone,
Santa Bunny
that's
Cone.
me.
I think also, I just think this is very funny that, like, basically all of our jokes were either that the being that we were describing the whole time was Georgia.
As in
in the
Glenn?
end. Yeah, similar to Glenn. Or Georgia was a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that was, like, all of our jokes. So, like, get this, you're never gonna guess the joke.
Georgia's a cat.
Georgia's a
And
cat.
it's Georgia. That's the joke.
Isn't that funny? Yeah. I just thought that was basically the extent of our humor.
And you know who would laugh every time was our mom.
Our mother.
I'd say our
Biggest-
mom
our
was
biggest fan.
the biggest fan of our videos because
That's cute.
whenever we would show her like a new video, a lot of the time, like the first time she watched it, she would like laugh so hard she would cry.
Yeah.
Like she like couldn't contain herself.
Yeah.
Like especially like Catman. I remember her just like losing her shit over Catman, and also when we did online dating.
I'm Cassandra. I'm very excited to meet you.
That
To
was
this
her
day,
favorite.
remember when she
Yeah.
was like for Thanksgiving? I think she said like before Thanksgiving came, she's like, "Can we watch some Santa Bunny Cones? Can we
No.
watch online dating?" And I was like, "No, Mom, we can't."
Can't.
No. What inspired me to make my channel was specifically Ryan Higa's videos. Like, he was, like, my number one inspiration at the time. Like, when I found his videos, I was like, this is the height of entertainment.
Yeah.
And, like, it was, beginning of 6th grade, like, every day I'd come home from school, I would, like, remember where I left off in his videos. And I watched at the time, I watched every single video.
my God.
I
Oh my
started
gosh.
from, I don't know if I started from most recent went down, but I watched them chronologically one way. I watched them all, and then I was like, I'm going to make my own YouTube channel. I was like, I could do that. And I did. Nah, I did. Just flexing, just a little flex.
I remember, like, maybe in high school or something when it would be, like, we made, like, I don't even have a specific example. Like, if we made a new friend or something that didn't actually know about our videos, like, maybe they transferred to the school later or something like that, and we're like, clean slate with this friend. And then, like, friends that we already had would be like, hey, you should see their YouTube videos. And we're like, how dare you do this to us?
Yeah, I used to be so embarrassed, like, when we first stopped and it was still pretty fresh, I would be so embarrassed about them, but watching them again, like we said,
funny.
for research purposes for this video, it's so funny, because I used to think that the videos were, like, a journey, like, they were, like, this long tail, and we had all these different ideas thrown into it. They're, like, 4 minutes, and it's, like, not that, like, it ends, like, in 2 seconds, it feels like. I'm like,
and
that
it's,
was,
like, very simple storyline.
Yeah, like, especially the Great Banana Mystery, I thought that was, like, this intricate, like, murder mystery, and, like, who did it, you know? And then it's, like, your character finds my character, and then you're like, oh, no, I did it. And then it's over. And then you punch someone, and then it's over.
There was one time where I got recognized in public in my hometown. Like, people I didn't know wanted a picture with me because...
Oh, I think I remember
famous.
this story.
Yeah, I went to my friend Cameron's. He was in a production of Wizard of Oz. And but it was just, like, kid community theater. But I went to see it, and these, like, 2 girls that were a lot younger than me recognized me, but they were, like, too scared to, like, talk to me, so they told their mom to come over, and they're like, my daughters are really big fans of yours, and they really want to get a picture with you. And I was like, sure. And so, like, I think it was after Cameron's show. I just, like, it's funny because, like, I didn't perform or anything, you know, like, people are taking pictures with the actors, like, in the community production, but I was just in the audience, and they're like, can we get a picture with you? And I was like, yeah. And so, like, I just, like, stood by the wall, and the girls just, like, were like, and just, like, on either side of me, and I'm just like,
that's cute. That's so funny.
My most iconic role that everyone usually brought up to me was my role in Jordan's Rap Tryouts 2, where I, at the end, I came in and just did the most 2010s humor that you could possibly think of, where I just went, I didn't even want to do it. There, I did it. And everyone always brought that up to me. They'd be like, that was so funny. And I'm like, thanks.
I got a final question to wrap things up. What's your favorite video that we made, and what's your least favorite video that we made? Start with the least favorite, so on a positive note.
I briefly mentioned it in the beginning, but probably Glenn. I just remember like, that's a given. I just remember every time I think about that video, I think about us making that video, because it was the worst one. Because that was the video that we didn't even, like, enjoy any of it. We just felt like we had to do it.
Yeah.
And we were just like, I just remember the lines I felt like were challenging to say, because I'm like, they're just so, like, I was like, I don't know, I just had to casually say them. And so, like, we had to take several takes, and then you would get mad at me because we had to do them over and over again. And then I was like, then I would feel even more, like, self-conscious doing them, so then it would get even worse.
I wanted perfection.
Yeah, no, and then, I mean, and it's fine, it's understandable. But yeah.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is either The Great Banana Mystery, because I liked, I don't know, I just thought that was a good one. I liked the story of it. I thought that was our most creative one, because we're like, oh, murder mystery. I mean, that's, okay, never mind. Or crayon snatching.
4.2 seconds!
Yeah! Oh, sorry, coach.
I am a crayon snatcher.
I liked that one. I felt like we all had pretty good roles in that one.
Yeah.
That was one of my bigger roles, so I liked that one.
Least favorite.
You can say Glenn again. The only one I can think of is Glenn
Yeah,
for the
like
least
Glenn
favorite.
is bad, but I just want to point out, a quick dip in the snow number 2 is really bad. Hey! It's snowing again. Like,
I didn't watch that one.
It's like, it was the first one I watched the other day, and I was like, are they all like this? And, because...
Are they all like
this? Because some of them actually have, like, a solid plot, whereas that one is just us going, hey! Wanna go outside? I think those are the exact lines, actually. And then, we get ready, and then we go and jump in the snow, and it's just like, imagine just watching a ton of, like, couple kids go running out in the snow, like, oh,
yeah,
so fun!
I don't remember even the plot of the quick.
Right, because there wasn't one. And then my favorite one, I think, is probably crayon snatching. I just thought that one was our best, like, most well thought out. Like, I like you said, I like how our names are, like, after crayons, and then I think it was funny because, a little backstory behind that one. We actually, like, we made up the crayon snatching game, and we would just play it all the time. And then we're like, wait a second, let's make a video about this. And then we made a video about it.
My least favorite video, it's predictable, Glenn. I can't think of any other video that I, like, dislike or I think is bad. But I think, like, even for my standards at the time, where I was just like, that one was just not funny. So, I don't know. I think I was trying to do, like, sometimes I would try new things. And that one I was, like, trying to do, like, just an offbeat sort of skit. Or it's just, like, kind of, like, just, like, goofy and just, like, odd. But the timing of it's so off. Like, I feel like the editing is just, like, weird.
Well,
like,
I just want to say, like, it was supposed to be, like, offbeat and whatever, but then the joke was our go-to joke that Glenn was Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah, so that video, was that all of our least favorite videos?
Yeah,
so.
but I also didn't like quick tip in the stuff too.
Did you say crayon snatching?
Yeah.
Are we all gonna say crayon snatching?
I think so.
I feel
I
like
thought
that's
that was,
just
yeah.
a given.
Well, that's my favorite one with the three of us. I think my favorite santabunnycone video that I, like, if I had to think of which one is, like, best quality, I'm gonna go with Pool.
I was actually gonna say after that, I was gonna say when I was younger, I wasn't in Pool, but I always really liked
Oh, yeah, I liked watching that
Yeah,
one.
Pool was my favorite. I thought it was my best one. That one actually, like, you know how you said, like, you watch them now, they're, like, super short. That one, I don't know how long it is, but it feels like it has, like, beginning,
depth,
middle, climax, and resolution. That's my favorite santabunnycone video. But I do, if I had to pick one with all of us, crayon snatching was sick. I thought we got, like, the timing and effects down really good. When I cut off my finger at the end, dude, that's
In crayon snatching?
That's classic. That's hilarious.
Yeah, when I was watching that, I was like, kinda smooth. Like,
Yeah.
That was kinda...
Special effects artist
department?
maybe?
Thank you to our special effects department, the ketchup from our
thank
fridge.
I just want to point out in Catman, you remember in Catman when you scratched me in the face?
Stop!
Yeah.
And then we go, and we're like, it's what, you know, it's like semi-serious there. Like, it's not like,
Semi-serious?
it's supposed to be a joke, but like, I couldn't do serious. Like, I still to this day can't do serious. And so it made me, I don't know, I just did not like doing it. So I remember there's like so many bloopers at the end of the video where I just go like, where I start laughing. I remember I go, to the camera.
Yeah.
And because I couldn't do serious.
Yeah.
So I just kept making jokes.
Yeah, you couldn't look Noah in the face. I'm pretty sure that don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the clip we have in Catman, you just like go, and you just look at the ground, and then you turn because you couldn't make eye contact with each other, else you would laugh.
Yeah.
I also like in Great Banana Mystery when I go, nothing, I'm just a detective.
Who are you and what do you have to do with the banana?
Nothing, I'm just a detective.
And you're like, can I please make your voice lower? It's
Yeah.
too high. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I was
9.
like, you don't seem
You sound like a child. Like, you
Yeah.
need to sound like an adult.
Yeah.
you don't sound like a menacing detective, and you
yeah.
wouldn't let me. Anyway,
Who gave 9-year-olds permission to go on the internet?
that's all I'm saying. But hey, hopefully you enjoyed seeing the siblings reunited after all these years
Yes.
on camera. It was crazy.
Oh, they said,
Right.
I'm Cameron. I'm Noah.
And I'm Ryan.
And you're
On
watching
camera.
Disney Channel.
Because, like, today when I was like, you guys ready to make a video? It felt so weird.
I was
We're
like,
like,
yeah.
whoa.
How old
we're
am
gonna
I?
make a video in our house.
Yeah.
It's
And our house looks like the exact
That's the
same.
exact
Doesn't
same.
look
We're in the
any
basement
different.
right now.
Nothing's
But
different.
yeah, that was a crazy experience. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like I said, seeing us all reunited.
And
And,
we've been here for quite some time.
Catch you in the next video. How about them apples?
Ah!
I'm wearing apples.
Santa bunny cone.